Okay, like you were talking about, that your Social Security only had one number. A lot of times all you have to do is just change your template to what it is. And then you can change it, you know, and it'll show you right here. I'm gonna play it back or whatever, and then it'll show you, instead of having to change the numbers, all you do is change your templates to what it is. And it kind of gives you that as one of your examples.
International users. Let's say you're in a country where telephone numbers have 8 digits, and the telephone number looks like this. 2 digits, a hyphen, 2 digits, a hyphen, 2 digits, a hyphen, and then the last 2 digits. So I've set up template number 3. Let me go to select user template number 3. And now if I write an 8,
And you kind of see right here how it has it set up. Well, you know that this is going to be a date. So under your user, you know, you put date, then all you have to do is, you know, if it doesn't have the numbers over here, then you just use a template, pull this thing down, and it's going to be template number 0. Because you know that you wanted to change to a date. But if you have to do another one, and say you're in a different country like they're talking about, well, they only use 8 numbers as their telephone numbers, and that's the way that it's set up. Then that's the way that you want it, that it's going to be 8, it's going to be user 3, because that's the way you want it set up, and then however many digits that you need.
So she put 8 digits and it's gonna wonder if that's not a phone number from another country.
Yeah. But I mean, here you don't, you know, unless you go overseas or something like that, then you don't really have to worry about it. But if you ever have to change it, then that's how you change it. Okay?
8-digit number, and there are no trigger words like dollars or thousands or million or something else that implies a specific number conversion, the system will use template number 3 that I have set up. Let's see my user-defined template in action. The number was 876543221. So an 8-digit number without any trigger words to imply some other conversion. The system used my user template number 3. You may have noticed a few other templates here. This one is used for gun gauges, and this one for heights in feet and inches. And you can have dictionary entries that include a number conversion trigger. So here is my steno for caliber. And I have added to the regular word caliber a number conversion trigger that will use user-defined template number 1. Let's see that in action. What caliber of gun was used? It was a .22 caliber. Now, .22 caliber is not in my dictionary, but as we saw, caliber is in my dictionary.
You see what it did and how to do that? Very important. Write that down, because this is very good stuff right here. And they're going to show you some other different things to do about it, but that's the correct way that you write a caliber of gun. Okay? So when they say...
Would it be when I write it out, 22?
You don't have to do anything with it. You do 22. However you do 22, your caliber is going to know that it's set up that way.
Oh,
Okay? So the caliber is what sets it up.
So even if hers is in 22, the word's 22, and you put the word or the caliber, it's gonna pop it in there.
And I'll back it up a little bit and kind of show you a... But this is the way that you set it up. Okay? So without any number, it's just going to write caliber. But it's going to know that if there's a number somewhere in there, that it's going to know to change it to this, to the .22 caliber.
And
So
it's
if you
gonna
write it like
which
that.
one of those to change it to there too, right?
What's that?
Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm not asking the right question. It's okay.
Okay. I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
So that's the way that you set it up. Okay?
That will use user-defined template number 1. Let's see that in action. What caliber of gun was used? It was a .22 caliber. Now,
You see how he did that? Caliber was written the same way, but it didn't have a number, so it just wrote it out. But when used with the number, it knew to convert it. And that's how it's written out, and that's the way that it's done, and the way that you define it. Okay?
So like if somebody had like a 357 Magnum, it would do the same thing?
Well, you'd have to write caliber.
Oh,
Unless
really?
you put Magnum in there. You can put Magnum in there. Yeah, you'd have to define Magnum. Define Magnum the same way with the way that you did caliber. Okay? So you would have to go through there and define it also, Magnum. But I mean, if you just say Magnum or whatever, it was just a Magnum. You know, it's just going to come out Magnum. But when it's with the number, then it knows to convert it. Okay?
22 caliber is not in my dictionary, but as we saw, caliber is in my dictionary, and it includes a number conversion trigger as part of the definition. Here's a dictionary entry that uses user-defined template number 2, which I've set up for heights in feet and inches. For example, he was about 5'2". So this, I think, is a good example of obtaining the maximum advantage from Eclipse automatic number conversion by creating a dictionary entry that uses a fine-tuned user setup.
Any questions about that? Really good stuff right there, guys. Really, really good stuff. We're done for today.